Maharashtra elections are around the corner, but Nitin Gadkari seems to be singing a different tune, unless this is his election tune. Speaking at an event in Nagpur, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari that the government has been seeing or being put into quite a difficult point here and then every now and then. Nitin Gadkari went on to say that the government is like a wish kanya or a poisonous girl, and it drowns whoever goes with it, and one must stay away from it. Speaking to entrepreneurs and industrialists on subsidy, Nitin Gadkari said, and I quote, "You can take whatever subsidy you want, but there is no assurance of when they will get it or whether you will get anything or not." But it just didn't end here. In a poll-bound state, the union minister, who in the past has caused much discomfort to the ruling front, that, by the way, is his own party, said the Maharashtra government's Ladki Bahin scheme, which provides financial assistance to 1,500 rupees per month to economically vulnerable women across the state, could compromise subsidies in other sectors. Interestingly, a day after Gadkari's statement, Amit Shah is seen exhorting his party workers in Maharashtra, saying, "Forget the Lok Sabha polls and the disappointment. Focus now on Maharashtra polls for an energetic start and a win for the Mahayuti government," also pitching the UCC, according to sources. But Gadkari challenge can blow any way. One is trying to understand what's the direction for now. Let's listen in.
सब सरकार के भरोसे नहीं होता। मेरा तो मत है, कोई भी पार्टी की सरकार हो, सरकार को दूर रखो। सरकार ये विषय कन्या होती है, जिसके साथ जाती है उसको डुबाती है। ये आप इनके लफड़े में पड़ो मत। जो सब्सिडी लेना है ले लो, पर ये कोई कब मिलेगी, कुछ मिलेगी, कोई भरोसा नहीं होता।
Well, it's not the first time that the union minister has termed the government Vish Kanya in June 2023. While addressing an event in Nagpur again, he had said the government is like a wish kanya whose shadow can ruin any project, and he said that he lived by the same mantra even when he was the leader of opposition. And one can't, of course, forget that just ahead of the budget, Nitin Gadkari had shot off a letter to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman demanding withdrawal of 18% GST on life medical insurance premium, saying it amounts to levying tax on the uncertainties of life, and that protecting the family should not be taxed. 18% GST is a huge deterrent for growth of the segment. This had, of course, caused a lot of furore as well. I'm being joined at this point by Abhishek Mishra, who's going to shortly join us. He's a spokesperson with BJP, as well as Kishore Tiwari, who's a spokesperson with Shiv Sena UBT, and Smita Gupta, a senior journalist. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. Okay, I'm told Abhishek Mishra has joined us. Good evening, Abhishek Mishra. I believe the first right to respond has to be yours. So, Abhishek Mishra, how do you look at what's transpired, how Nitin Gadkari has spoken? Is this a self-goal, or is it just a matter of fact, truth being said of how your government functions?
See, you have to understand the basic fact. Nitin Gadkari is a very senior minister in the government of India. He's a very senior leader of the party. And I don't want to comment on whatever personal comment he has made. But as a spokesperson of BJP, I'll comment on what the official stand is of the Maharashtra government. When Ajit Pawarji as finance minister...
No, 1 minute. Before you make that stand...
No,
sir,
let me complete.
He was not chitting-chatting with journalists.
Stand.
No, I will. I just want to allow me, sir. Give me this much of indulgence. I will give you exactly 1.5 minutes after that. He was not, I'm just telling you where he spoke. He was talking at an official event at Nagpur. He was not giving his opinion, personal opinion. He was not giving an Aam Janta reaction to the media, a mic put in front of him that you can say he was just chit-chat. He was very serious. He was speaking to people, he was addressing them, he was talking to audiences that are directly going to be connected with him, who are going to be the voters in few months from now. How do you look at what he said? Now, please go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
So first, I'll complete with the official stand of the government of our state government in Maharashtra. So when Ajit Pawarji as Deputy Chief Minister and Finance Minister was, when he introduced this scheme, Ladki Bahin Yojana, so where he clearly mentioned that the state already had made, the money required, the provisions are already done. And also Eknath Shinde ji and Devendra Fadnavis ji clearly said the state has ample funds to help our sisters in the state. The government of Maharashtra is committed to ensuring their well-being. And Ajit Pawar ji, Devendra Fadnavis ji, Eknath Shinde ji have repeatedly said to help our sisters, 1,500 rupees, if we give them per month, that is not going to put a burden on the state government. And most importantly, the funding which is required for this scheme has already been made available. It is already there in the official, the statement of accounts. So that is why my request to you and my
Abhishek Mishra ji, then what happened to your minister, to the Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, who is Maharashtra's strong man? People of Maharashtra love him. He has his, what happened to him? If that's your reality, then what happened to him? He said subsidy milegi bhi nahi milegi pata nahi. Mil rahi hai to leke chale jao. Ab to is scheme ke piche bhi subsidies jayegi. You know, I'm not making up these words. So what happened to him?
Ladki Bahin Yojana is a scheme of the government of Maharashtra. The leadership of government of Maharashtra is with Eknath Shinde ji, Devendra Fadnavis ji, Ajit Pawar ji. All three have clearly stressed that there is already money available for the Ladki Bahin Yojana scheme. But Nitin Gadkari ji is a senior leader of the party. He's a senior cabinet minister of the government of India. Whatever statement he has made, okay, I'm not going to comment upon such a senior leader of the party. I can only speak as spokesperson of the BJP on the government of Maharashtra stand. And government of Maharashtra stand is we have enough money to help the sisters in Maharashtra. The women who require 1,500 rupees per month, we will help them. We have ample budgetary provision for that. And
I've given you ample time. Allow me to go to Kishore Tiwari.
Scheme was announced.
I've given you ample time, so you're repeating yourself. You're repeating yourself. Allow me to go to Kishore Tiwari. Allow me a few minutes. Kishore Tiwari ji, so you've heard the spokesperson for BJP. He's saying, listen, everything is before the people. Everybody knows there is money already allocated. We don't know what Nitin Gadkari has said. It's the leaders of BJP or the government, Shinde government, government's ministers who know everything. How do you look at it?
स्नेहा जी, मैं एक बात कहता हूं, मैं सरकार में 10 साल रहा और किसान मिशन का चेयरमैन था। वो मीटिंग ऐसी थी कि वहां पर सारे जितने भी इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट आए थे, उन्होंने कहा कि हमको पिछले 3-4 साल से सब्सिडी मिली नहीं और गवर्नमेंट स्टार्टअप के लिए कहती है, फिर एसएमई के लिए भी कहती है। तो उन्होंने भाषण में दिया कि ये सरकार में कोई दम नहीं है। अगर इसी प्रकार से लाडली बहना ये स्कीम आ जाएगी और ऐसा ही पैसा जाएगा तो आपको सब्सिडी मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी ये भी मुझे मालूम नहीं। देखिए, मैं एक बात बताता हूं कि मैं राजनीति नहीं करना चाहता हूं। देश में महिलाओं का सशक्तिकरण करने के लिए योजनाएं आई, एमपी में भी ये योजना लागू हुई, महाराष्ट्र में हुई, लेकिन महाराष्ट्र आज 8 लाख करोड़ के कर्जे में है और ये महीने की सैलरी के प्रॉब्लम है। ये मैं कोट कर रहा हूं किसके थ्रू? मैं कोट कर रहा हूं फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी के थ्रू और आज की खबर भी है। दूसरी मैं बात करता हूं, जितने प्रोजेक्ट चल रहे थे उतने प्रोजेक्ट रोक दिए गए। उसमें जो समृद्धि 2 था वो भी रुका है। कॉन्ट्रैक्टर के पेमेंट और सब्सिडीज के पेमेंट पिछले साल में हुए नहीं। तो ये अमरी तुमरी या पॉलिटिकल डिस्कशन नहीं करते हुए क्या हम चुनाव में जीतने के लिए ऐसी स्कीमें लाएंगे जिससे विकास रुक जाएगा या सरकार के विकास का फोकस ही खत्म हो जाएगा? इस पर खुल के चर्चा होनी चाहिए। मैं लाडली बहन योजना के पक्ष में इसलिए हूं कि महाराष्ट्र में गरीबी ज्यादा है, औरतों का सक्षमीकरण होना चाहिए, लेकिन मैं इस बात से कतई सहमत नहीं हूं कि महाराष्ट्र सरकार के पास पैसा है। महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने 118 स्कीम ऐसी चालू की है जिसे कोई भी पैसा उनके पास नहीं है। एक इंस्टॉलमेंट की इन्होंने प्रोविजन की थी। एक इंस्टॉलमेंट की लाडली बहन।
Let me just get a response to that. Smita Gupta, please give me a minute. I will very quickly go to Abhishek Mishra. Please respond, Abhishek Mishra. You have Kishore Tiwari who has gone on record to say, and in fact, it is the fact, The debt situation of Maharashtra is severe. It's reeking with debt. In a situation like this, Nitin Gadkari saying subsidy milegi bhi ki nahi milegi pata nahi. On top of it, you have the scheme where another set of allocations have to be done, the subsidies have to be given in, whether it's going to reach the people or not. Has this quite frankly backfired for the Shinde government in an election year? Did you cater to this?
See, what do you mean by backfiring? You are a female. If the females in Maharashtra, and even Kishore Tiwari from the opposition party, he agreed, yes, the scheme is good because there is a lot of poverty in the rural areas of Maharashtra. So imagine if a female, a sister, is getting 1,500 rupees a month. You know, in the rural Maharashtra, 1,500 rupees you can buy the grocery for the month. So
why don't you tell Nitin Gadkari?
We are helping a sister.
Why don't you tell
count
Nitin
it in
Gadkari?
financial terms. And
Why
again,
don't you tell
Nitin
Nitin Gadkari?
No, let me complete. It has been
Abhishek,
announced
why
in
don't you
the
go to
budget of
Nitin
Maharashtra.
Gadkari and
So
tell
whatever
them?
scheme, no, let me, Kishore ji, Sammani, listen to me. Whatever is announced in the budget, there is already a file, a noting, you know, there's a proposal, everything is estimated. It is not a randomly it has been announced. In the budget of Maharashtra,
okay.
it is
Allow me,
announced.
sir. Allow me
What
to
is
go
announced
to
in the budget is
Smita
already
Gupta.
accounted
Allow
for
me to
money.
go to Smita Gupta, sir. Okay, Ms. Smita Gupta, my question to you. You've heard both the panelists, but you also know what the reality is. Nitin Gadkari is not it's not the first time that he has gone to make a statement like this. How is this statement going to be looked at in Maharashtra, which is going for polls? With the debt situation there is tremendous. It's hugely worrying. Many people are talking about it. Ladki Bahin scheme is something that many people have praised. It's been a poll turner for that matter, vote garner across party lines for that matter. But Smita Gupta, how is this going to be playing out on the ground?
Pointed out, and as I would like to stress, nobody is discussing the merits of the subsidies or the schemes. That is not the point under discussion at all, whether it's a good scheme, bad scheme. The real point is that who is Mr. Nitin Gadkari? Mr. Nitin Gadkari is one of the senior most leaders of the BJP, countrywide. He's not just a leader of Maharashtra. He's number two, he is known to be close to the RSS. So, perhaps after Mr. Amit Shah, after Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh, it is Nitin Gadkari. He is that senior a person. So when somebody like him makes a statement saying we don't have enough money, it has to be taken seriously. Now, yes, it is unusual for a ruling party leader at the a few months ahead of an important election for him to make such an admission. So how do we read that? I mean, is it that the center and the state are not on the same page? Is Mr. Nitin Gadkari and Mr. Amit Shah, Mr. Narendra Modi not on the same page? Is he not on the same page as the other Maharashtra leaders? That's for us to speculate. But the fact is, what he says has to be taken seriously on two grounds. One, that clearly there isn't enough money. I don't think somebody as senior as him would just be, indulging in having fun at this point.
That's true.
Secondly,
That's the
it also
point.
means
Yeah.
that given that if we look at the results of the general elections, yes, the BJP has returned to power as the single largest party, but it has failed to get a majority. And there have been a lot of rumblings in the party. So is Mr. Gadkari positioning himself as somebody who does not indulge in jumlebaji, the word that the opposition uses so often for promises made by this government? So perhaps he is positioning himself for that role, especially as he has always had the ear of the RSS.
Well, very important point. Very important point. Abhishek Mishra, if I can get you into what you've just heard.
You are allowing
And I'm
only
reiterating this. We are talking about Nitin Gadkari. No, okay, Kishore Tiwari, please go ahead. And then we'll go to Abhishek Mishra. Kishore Tiwari, go ahead.
No, Nitin Gadkari, if everything would have been gone well, he would have been India's Prime Minister in 2014 only. I am very close to him. But if the party believes in a vikas or a subsidies or freebies, So the freebies fundas adopted Modi from 2019 onward. And now it has to be decided by the BJP itself, which type of, if they want to, taxpayers' money should be wasted like this, and elections are by only won by giving the khatakat, 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 then Nitin Gadkari is wrong. But Nitin Gadkari is a man who can replace the Prime Minister and can run the country properly, addressing the core issues. Maharashtra, we have been facing the agrarian
Abhishek
crisis,
Mishra.
unemployment,
Abhishek Mishra,
and
Kishore
inflation.
Tiwari is essentially saying in different words what Smita Gupta has said. Kishore Tiwari and Smita Gupta are almost saying the same things in different words. Is Nitin Gadkari positioning himself as a no-nonsense politician, as somebody who's not going to play to the jumlas that are thrown? And do you see the letter on GST that was written on life insurance by him to the finance minister in the same light as what he has spoken? He's a man who is he's a veteran. He's a very senior person. He's not a loose cannon.
Mananiya Nitin Gadkari ji is a very senior leader of the party, former national president, a senior cabinet minister of India. I, as spokesperson of BJP, I will not make any comment upon him. Only thing which I can say is that on Ladki Bahin Yojana, it's a government of Maharashtra scheme. And government of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde ji, Devendra Fadnavis ji, Ajit Pawar ji have clearly said that in the budget of Maharashtra, money is available to help the sisters of Maharashtra, 1,500 rupees for our sisters in Maharashtra in the rural areas. It can give them the monthly grocery, the monthly ration. We are helping our sisters. Money is there, and this scheme is announced in the budget of Maharashtra. It is not a scheme which has been announced outside of the budget. Provisioning is there, everything is there. And that is why Ladki Bahin Yojana being a government of Maharashtra scheme, you must go by what the government of Maharashtra is saying. Ajit Pawar ji, finance minister, has clearly said, we have money. Eknath Shinde
I
ji
want
has
to
said, we
ask
have
you
made
one
provision.
question, Abhishek. Abhishek Mishra, did the government issue a circular on September 3rd, in the first week of September, announcing for the suspension of certain schemes because of the lack of funds? Is that a truth? And when you look at that, do you look at Nitin Gadkari speaking the truth when the state can't?
Any state, any organization, any government always sees that which schemes are more important and which schemes can be stopped. For example, today we have to help our sisters. You are a female, you have to understand. We have to give them grocery, we have to give them money for ration. That is a priority. If we are doing
so
that,
this is the second time you are using this, and with all humbleness, I am saying I am not debating the merit of the scheme. I will call you on another show for the merit of the scheme, and then you will see my positioning as a woman. Today it is not about that. Today it is about whether this is Nitin Gadkari's punch to the BJP or is this a self-goal? How do you look at it? When I say you, I mean what does the party look at it? Because you're a spokesperson for the BJP.
I once again repeat the party stand. Nitin Gadkari ji is a senior leader. As a spokesperson, I have no authority to comment upon him. I cannot comment. I can only comment on government of Maharashtra stand. The Ladki Bahin Yojana is helping out the females in our state. It is making our sisters strong, and we have the money. Government has the money to help our sisters.
Smita Gupta, very quickly, Smita Gupta, Amit Shah has gone ahead and, raised the poll bugle. He's gone and said, forget about the Lok Sabha disappointment. You have to give an energetic start. Let's focus on Maharashtra. He's also gone ahead and said to the party workers that we're going to get in the UCC. He's addressed the party workers in Maharashtra today. With what Nitin Gadkari has said, not just the first time, repeatedly out of Nagpur, to what Amit Shah is saying, it's not going to be an easy ride for the Mahayuti.
Absolutely. I mean, while Nitin Gadkari is pointing out the problems on the financial, on the economic front, I think Mr. Amit Shah's declaration that they will bring in the Uniform Civil Code if they come to power in Maharashtra suggests that he is again playing to the gallery. We have seen this promise of the Uniform Civil Code. The Uttarakhand government has already, introduced it. We have to still see how that plays out. But the fact is, we all know that the Uniform Civil Code, even though it's part of the directive principles in the Constitution, it has not been passed all these years. Why has it not been? Because there is no consensus on it. Why was it put in the directive principles? Simply because the idea was that till there is a consensus among all people from different religions, this would not be brought in. Even among Hindus, there is a problem as on property laws and things. They're not very keen. What exactly do you mean also by a uniform civil code? What are the laws? If you are talking about civil laws, they exist. Today, you may be a Christian, or you may be a Muslim, or you may belong to any faith. If you wish to, you can get married under the civil laws. If you wish, that law is available to you. If you wish to use
Smita Gupta,
law,
just one question. Is it fair to ask? Is it fair to ask that Nitin Gadkari challenge Nitin Gadkari, whose advantage is it going to play to if it continues the way it is?
Well, it can't play to the advantage of the BJP. Clearly, if you see a party at war with itself, it cannot possibly play to that party's advantage. People will see this is a party divided already, And when he is pointing out things which are of a serious nature, something that he, as a central minister, he is not just talking, it's not something that he's heard through a source or something. He actually knows. He's part of the union cabinet, and he has been from 2014 onwards. One last point I wanted to make about the Uniform Civil Code.
Okay.
It is clearly directed, again, at creating a division between Hindus and Muslims, because though this law will also affect Christians and other people of other faiths, it is the Muslims against whom it is directed. So again, there is an effort to communalize the situation before an election, because that is the only way ahead. Every time the BJP finds it doesn't have anything else to sell, it divides people along religious lines.
Okay, I think that's something that we're going to be debating on another day, Smita Gupta, of the UCC PEG. But nonetheless, Kishore Tiwari ji, you've been having your hands up for the last few minutes. Please go ahead.
No, I am with the Smita Gupta because they have introduced UCC in Uttaranchal. It was easy, but Maharashtra, not only Muslim, Bauddha, then SC, ST, even Hindus are against the common civil code. And she has clarified. But the core issue of Nitin Gadkari was that, are we going along with the Niti Aayog? Are we implementing the schemes funded by the center, assisted by the state? Are we really going on our the development agenda? Are we diverting all the fund on the freebies? This is the discussion he wanted to open. And Nitin Gadkari should be taken very seriously, because Maharashtra was a progressive state, and Maharashtra was an example before other people. Nowadays, we are facing a lot of difficulties, and the crunch of the money for a salary. And the boy was saying that we have declared in a budget and all these things. If the state earning and state expenses are beyond that, then such hostile approach will not allow any state to progress. I am very disturbed.
Okay.
Nitin Gadkari's sentiment should be echoed very seriously, because you can win the election with a Ladki Bahin Yojana, but you cannot fulfill the promises of the people given as per the Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas.
Okay. Abhishek Mishra,
opinion.
is BJP caught? Okay, Abhishek Mishra, has BJP been caught in a catch 2022 situation? Neither can you go ahead and rebuke Nitin Gadkari, neither can you go and rein him in, and the opposition seems to be taking him very seriously. Is the BJP and the Shinde government caught in a very catch-22 situation?
We are only in one situation. That is, we have to help our sisters. We are clear on that. Our aim and intention is singular. Help the sisters of Maharashtra. We have given 1,500 rupees to every sister in Maharashtra, every female eligible in Maharashtra.
You cannot
Please,
get over to
your hand should be strengthened. We want to remove poverty in Maharashtra, and we are very clear. There's no catch-22. We only want to help our sisters. That is our only intention, only goal, only purpose of the Mahayuti government in Maharashtra.
Sneha, none of the sister is going to vote this Mahayuti at the cost of 1,500.
We don't want vote.
This
We are
is
helping
really
Tiwari ji.
an insult.
Vote nahi chahiye.
All
Dal
Abhishek,
vote
you will
banna
be very
chahiye.
Now,
nervous.
I think we are totally out of time. But let's just remember what Smita Gupta has also added and spoken in this show. It's a huge battle of battles that's going to be playing out in Maharashtra. It's a hugely important state. It's also a state that reflects what's going to be lying in the future when it comes to the center. So a lot at stake here. And I think the voters would be best to decide which way do they see Nitin Gadkari and which way does the Gadkari challenge really play out to. But to Abhishek Mishra,
He is with us.
Smita Gupta, as well as Kishore Tiwari, thank you very much for joining us.